welcome back to another brand new episode of the WGDR Racing Podcast. And I'm here with the boys, Jimbo, Coach Mike, and Toad. Yeah.
I never know because I never lick it. I never lick it. I just suck it. There you go,
Yeah, there you go, Flock. Oh my God, we got a special guest. We got a special guest. Oh, fuck.
Oh man, we've got Salamander from Papa's House of Game.
Yo.
Hey guys.
What's up?
How's it going? So, what brings you here today? Oh, we invited you on.
Our buddy TK
That's right.
set this
I had
up.
nothing else to do. I showed up.
Yeah. TK's, you just dropped in. I wish we had a door sound like an opening and closing door. Wow, look who just dropped in.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, TK's.
Yeah, he set it up. I was trying to get him back on to talk a little VR because he got that new VR set up, and he's like, "Hey, why don't you have my buddy Salamander on, and we can talk about this Joker series in a little bit and shoot the shit." And I was like, "Right on, sounds good to me. Let the boys know." And here we go. We're rolling.
So, how long have you been doing the Joker series? Is this the first?
We just ran the fourth event on Saturday. We do it once a month, so we've been doing it for 4 months.
Oh, right on.
So
and is this like the first time doing it?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is my first time running my own series. I've competed in a number of other series, and as per the usual, I can't not try to figure something out on my own, which I fought for a long time. I'm like, just run in these other guys' stuff. They've got things figured out. And I'm like, I have an idea. Let me give it a try. So here we are.
Hell yeah.
Tell us the basic premise of your idea.
So the premise to the Joker series is built on the concept of a Joker lap, which was, I believe, born in Rallycross. It's where for one lap you have to do a little bit of extra track, and in Gran Turismo it's outside the bounds of their normal rule set, but there are a number of tracks that have just a little bit of extra track that you can take where you don't get penalized for taking it. So that's the premise. We'll have a 20 lap race where one lap has to be a Joker lap, and we specify what is the Joker lap. So some of them are simple. We started off at Daytona. We ran the Daytona road course, and the Joker lap was you had to take the bus stop or Le Mans chicane, and that's the Joker lap. At a track like Daytona, it ended up being, we ran the tri-oval, but did the bus stop as the Joker lap. You end up losing a lot of time on that one. And then the second race we ran at Tsukuba, which has a little chicane after that Dunlop Bridge. And you only lose, I think it was like 5 or 6 seconds at that one. So there's quite a wide disparity. Most of them are just little chicanes that you take off on, but it's been fun.
That's a cool premise.
Yeah, it looks fun.
It's a very cool premise. Doing something completely different to what many people have been doing. It just popped into your head? You're like, you know what? I think I'm going to do this. And then how hard was the research finding those tracks that you could actually do a Joker lap at?
It wasn't that tough. For your first question, it did just kind of pop into my head. I was literally laying in bed trying to go to sleep one night, and it was one of those nights where my brain just wouldn't shut off. I was trying to think of what's different, and it popped into my head. And I've had ideas pop in my head before, but this one, like the details started rolling in. Like, I think this could work. So I actually got up out of bed. My girlfriend's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm going downstairs. I got to take notes." So I went down where my rig and my computer are at and pulled up freaking notepad and just started typing and just laid out, what do I think the rules need to be? And there are a lot. That is one thing. Or I shouldn't say a lot, but if people want to compete in it, you got to go to the website and you got to read the rules, because it's outside the bounds of what GT7 enforces. There's kind of a rule set as to how to behave.
Right.
What's the driver etiquette for something like this? And I mean, I did go run most of the tracks in the game. I just went and did, a single player just slow run through, kind of looking around, which probably would have worked really well with VR.
Oh yeah.
Would have
but I don't
worked
have
great
VR.
with
Oh
VR.
yeah. I
But
know.
Oh man.
So yeah, I'm doing the slow roll, going around every track, including the long ones, and just kind of looking around, where can I go, and figuring out. I decided I kind of have a list of all the tracks I'm using, and all of them have like legit Joker laps to them. I have a couple others that I've set aside as, they could possibly be like a meme race where I could make a Joker lap out of this. It's not actual track, but like, oh, you could go around this sand trap. Like there's enough room to go around the sand trap, or there's the service road that you can take where you don't get penalized. I don't know if I would do that for like an official event. That's more sadistic.
That'd be
In
fun.
fact, well, one of the big ones is at
Be a good
Willow
watch.
Springs, Big Willow.
Yeah.
At Big Willow, you
Oh,
come out of
yeah.
that final turn, and if you go off into the sand, there's like a barrier back there that you can go around. So again, if I wanted to be particularly sadistic, it could be you have to go off in the dirt, go down this little track, and then come back on. And that would I tried it a couple of times, and it sucks, but it would be fun. It'd be fun just to, if somebody pisses me off, I'm like, we're going to do this one now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's evil. That
We're on the
is
evil side.
evil. Oh, that's
That'd be
hilarious.
amazing.
Next time you go around Big Willow, you'll look for it. You'll come
Yeah,
out of that
oh, I
final
am.
turn and be like,
Yeah.
now I see what he's talking about. There's a little, it's almost like a beginning pit lane, so to speak, that you can go through.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to look for
Right?
that now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. Once you start exploring, instead
Right.
of just running the races, once you kind of explore the game, you find that there is more to it that you don't realize. I'm sure in VR, you guys probably spend a bit of time just sort of looking around.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I've done it. Just kind of go around a track a little slower and kind of look around, be like, I never noticed that was there.
Mhm.
Sometimes I'll watch the replay. I've done it at the Nürburgring, where I go around and get the camera up as high as I can go and be like, let me zoom in on the castle way over in the distance.
Oh,
I never really
yeah.
realized that was there. Let's see what it looks like.
Dude, yeah.
Looks
Now,
like
are
a
you
castle.
a big fan of Rallycross? Or originally, or
I-
are you a fan of that series?
Not really. I've tuned into it before,
Okay.
but I wouldn't call myself a fan. It's just something that I
Okay.
sort of noted as being something different. It kind of, for whatever reason, that concept stuck in my head.
Now, do your
Well-
rules
And I remember-
kind of mirror theirs?
To be honest, I don't know the details of their rules. But I know it's
Okay.
a thing. I know with ours, like some of the basics are, you can't do your Joker lap on the first lap of the race, you can't do it on the last lap of the race, and you can't do it on your out lap if you've pit. So it has to be just on a regular flyer lap. And then I end up making a video and a document for each track about what the driver etiquette needs to be. I've invented what I called kind of these protected zones where, hey, if you're going down at the Daytona Tri-Oval and you're going to go take the Joker lap, you need to, one, turn on your turn signal to let people know you're going. And then, to be protected, you need to stay on the left-hand side so everybody else can go flying by you on the right. And then same thing coming out of the bus stop. It's like, you need to stay to the left. You can't come out of the bus stop and just shoot up the track, because there's going to be people doing 200 miles an hour while you're doing 100. So, and then there's other tracks like the one I just announced on Saturday. We're going to be running at Catalunya in December. And that one actually has 2 Joker laps. So this is going to be the first one that we run that has
Ooh.
2 Joker laps on it. And both of them are a little bit different in that the Joker lap driver is the one who has to yield, and they're the ones responsible for avoiding contact, because both of those Joker laps, they're going to be going faster going through that corner, because the Joker lap is taking a wider route rather than in other ones where you end up taking a shorter route and you end up being the one that's missing the apex anyway, or it's on a straightaway. So everybody naturally avoids you. It's a little easier. Like the Daytona one was that way. But at Catalunya, it's going to be a bit more in that I'm not expecting the people in front to be watching for turn signals behind them to know to stay out of the way. That's unreasonable.
Right.
But when you do the guy in front, you need to look out for the guy in front because he's going to slow down for his Joker lap. Like that makes more sense. So yeah, I mean, and every track is different, as far as who needs to behave what way. And I've tried to lay that out as explicitly as I can by putting together like a video, putting together a document, and I just ask people to read it. All we've been doing are exhibition events up till now, so it's been very loosey-goosey, but I think at Catalunya, we're actually going to run a competitive split where we're going to have to do stewarding and stuff like that because there's going to be a giveaway at the end.
Oh, that's cool.
That's fun.
Surprise.
That is.
Everybody likes prizes.
Man, I am so confused right now. I am so confused. I'm like, okay, so if you do that, but then I would never be able to race in it because my brain is too dumb to figure it out.
Well, that's why I tried to make the stuff to sort of, try to lay it out for you. Like I actually have a demo where it's like, hey, here's how you run through it. You have to have your turn signal turned on by this point.
Yeah. I mean, I usually don't need a video, but right now.
Oh, I would need a video. Now,
I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. I feel like a dummy. There
is more to think about. And that's part of it, is it kind of, I'd actually typed in the concept into like a AI and had it actually spit out this like created podcast of people talking about it.
Oh.
And one of the concepts that they mentioned was weaponizing the Joker lap, and it's like causing it to be more of a cerebral thing. Like you've always had pit stops where you have to time your pit stop as to whether you want to do the undercut, the overcut, but now you have Joker laps too, which have the same thing. You have an overcut or an undercut taking it, plus you can use the Joker lap to slow down your opponents because they have to behave the proper etiquette, maybe miss the apex because you're taking the Joker lap, or vice versa. The driver's not taking the Joker lap might decide, hey, I've got this guy right behind me. I know he needs to take it, but he's going to have to slow down for me going into it. So you can. There's a lot of mind games. There's a lot more mind games you can play, and I think that makes it fun.
Exactly, because listening to him, you're just like, man, I wouldn't think much goes into this with the name Joker Lap. I'm just thinking Joker, having fun, shooting the shit. Man, you really got to be on.
It's racing. It's never fun. It's never fun
like
when you're racing.
Because you were
to manipulate the rules.
Big Willow yesterday, right? Or Saturday?
Yesterday we were at Willow Springs. But it was at Willow Springs, but it was the Horse Thief Mile.
That's right.
So it was the one that looks like a 3-fingered hand.
Yeah.
And we were in open cockpit track cars. So it was the back mono, the Radical, and the KTM Expo were the 3 cars you could use.
Love those cars.
Me too.
Love those cars.
Yeah, because I was trying to figure out
what
why
tires
the hell is this cutout?
What tires?
Sport Soft.
Oh, so that's
so
fun.
it was
fun. So you got some grip. You got some grip, but you don't have enough grip.
Right. Well, particularly with the back mono. The mono had too much power for that, and if you could control it, it was the fastest car, but it was really hard to control with the Sport Soft tires. The KTM Expo was kind of that sweet spot in the middle. Then the Radical was really easy to drive, but it was underpowered, so it was a bit slower. In the third race, though, we had guys finish second and third in the Radical, so it still comes down to the driver.
Yeah. Oh boy, so many races do. So many races do. So how long have you been part of Papa's House of Game?
Oh God, I don't know when I technically joined, but I've been watching Papa since probably like 6 months into GT7. I'd originally bought the game and did the single player thing. That's all I'd ever done before in the previous iterations. And I eventually started going onto YouTube, and I started out watching like Kirith and Super GT. And I noticed that all the big ones were Europeans. And I specifically went looking for, I want to find American streamers. And originally I found Pyro and watched him for a little bit. And then he kind of stopped. And then I noticed he was in some of Papa's chats. And I had seen Papa during a few of my lunchtime runs and decided to friend him up, got him on Discord. And it was a few months after that was when kind of the team came to be. But yeah, I've been following him for probably 2 years now.
Okay.
Oh, wow. So did you, when did you get into Gran Turismo? And I don't mean 7, I mean, was 7 the first time you got into Gran Turismo, or were you old like us and started with Gran Turismo 1?
I am old. I missed Gran Turismo 1. I got into Gran Turismo 2. I own 2, 4, 5, and 7.
Oh.
So I played a lot of 2, and I'm a bit of a completionist. So I like to play the game and do I want to acquire every car.
Yeah.
I want to complete all the different single player races. And in GT7, I'm close. I have every car. I've completed all the single player races. I've completed the stupid music rallies. I think I have like 3 circuit experiences left to do.
Oh wow!
And I've got the last set of license tests to get gold on. I've got bronze on all of them. I just haven't gotten gold on all of them.
Okay.
Finished all the missions.
Yeah.
So I was doing a lot of that first, and that's what you did in the previous Gran Turismos. In 7, I eventually got into sport. I kind of reluctantly went into sport mode, and then I found out how much fun it could be, and that's when you find the community.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's really, you start off with your daily races, and you battle through all that. That's where you begin to know people, and then from there you're able to find leagues where you can actually find good, clean racing most of the time. That's where it starts.
Yeah, I really thought daily racing was kind of where it was at. I mean, that's what you saw all the streamers do. And then we all know McNaughty. McNaughty started up NRL, and we got going that, and like, this is another level.
Oh, yeah.
This is way more fun. And to be honest, I never run daily races anymore, or at least very rarely. And I tried to get back into doing like GTWS. I did 2 or 3 races in Nations. I said I was going to do Manu, and I've only done 2 of them so far, because it's just not the same. I mean, the league racing is just, that's where it's at.
Yeah, it's, watching Stoosman Brown, our latest member to the PDXM team, he did the last slot last night, and man, like, last slot is Destruction Derby.
Everybody's so desperate.
Everybody is desperate, and they don't realize if you race a little less desperate, you'll actually make up more time. But nope. No, he was getting pushed around. I mean, he ended up finishing really well, but man, it was just like I was watching Formula One and his race at the same time.
Oh, damn.
Like, I'm going back and forth. I'm like, made for a really entertaining night. But man, I tell you, it just seems like when you go into daily races now, there is always desperation there, and I blame it on polyphony. I blame it on the game itself, because you get so few points when you get into the points, and you lose so many points when you're not in the points. Like, it makes for a desperate, everybody is willing to push you off because they're trying to gain a few points and get closer to A+, or higher in A+, or a higher B, or whatever it might be. But everybody's figured out that the points are so difficult to get that they're going to do anything to get them. And that's sort of in my opinion, that's sort of the state of play right now. And that's polyphony's fault. That's not, that encourages people to not drive cleanly at all.
That and the penalty
I mean, everybody's
system
talked
and
about
all
the penalty.
crap. Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. The penalty system. Everybody complains about that. I'd actually seen a video somebody posted in Digits Discord. I think it was Luke, who was talking about how to fix the daily races, and he was surmising to focus more on SR, make SR easier to lose.
Yes.
So that if you do drive really dirty, you're going to drop, rather than it taking 3-4 races before you finally like drop and get DR reset. Like, that would instantly fix it as far as.
Wonder if he's been listening to. Wonder if he's been listening to Coach Mike.
Right, Coach Mike.
Because that's exactly what Mike says. Mike,
Yep.
a long time, it's like make SR the important thing. If you lose SR, you get reset, or like in ACC, you can't race if your SR isn't high enough.
Well,
that's how it should be.
Well, what race is it that does happen? Was it Le Mans? What was the race we had not too long ago where I had like really no problems? I had a few minor penalties for track limits, and my SR fucking tanked.
It's a bump draft thing.
Dude, it was like fucking
Maybe
halfway.
if you bump draft too hard.
Right?
Well,
I think
that's-
I may have done that maybe once, maybe twice during the race because I figured, because usually, yeah, that's the problem. I was like, what in the fuck is going on? What is happening?
Well,
Why am I losing so much?
Yeah, I didn't have that. What I had was a car in front of me. Well, a car in front of another car brake hard for no reason. So ping pong physics, and I got the 3-second penalty. Plus, that was the only incident I was involved in, and it dropped my SR to half.
Yeah.
It took half my SR away. One incident. Like, I think
It was wild.
the problem is you could drop SR, but it doesn't really mean anything because you still get to keep racing. Like, I think
Oh, dude, I got dumped into some low ass fucking lobbies.
Yeah, you get dumped into low lobbies, but again, it doesn't do anything. Now, if it dumped your SR and you couldn't race online until you figured out how to get your SR back up, that would actually be a penalty.
Yeah, that would be.
I think maybe that, and combine it with the force them to rewatch the etiquette video before you can race again.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You know, that
Yep.
5-10 minute video that's boring, and be like,
God.
well,
Yeah.
now I'm going to miss the next split because I have
to watch
first
this. Yep.
before I can even get back in. I think that would help a little bit.
Yeah. And you have to watch it. You can't skip through
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
You can't just
Start
have
it,
to
like
get
it.
out of it.
It should be like the ACC, like, like you have to earn your safety offline by racing cleanly with AI. And then if you lose your access to online until you get better again. I think ACC's system is really good. There's still bad drivers there, but it's good because it is hard to earn the SR. It is easy to lose the SR. So that's the balance they have to make it. Make it harder to get it back and easier to lose it. And that includes bump drafting because realistically, most of the racing we do shouldn't involve bump drafting because in real life it would be very, very dangerous.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not NASCAR, right? So that's what they have to do. They take that out of the game. That's fine. Make it so there's more passing, more strategy, let off, stay behind the guy, whatever. But make it harder for the SR. Like, that's the biggest problem. If you fix the SR, you fix the racing. I guarantee it.
Yeah. And,
Hopefully Spec 3 will implement that.
yeah, well, it's not going to.
Yeah, 'cause it
I wish
doesn't
it would, but
matter.
it won't.
The penalty system doesn't matter if you lose a couple seconds in a race. Nobody gives a fuck about that worst case scenario.
Yeah.
The fact that, hey, I can't race now because I hit that guy? Oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
Like now I got to go fucking 3 hours of offline racing against AI just to be able to do a race now?
Well,
Holy fuck.
and here's the
that
thing.
would be such a deterrent.
And here's the thing, Mike talks about it all the time. He's watching guys who they only do offline play against AI, and they run through and they just run over the AI, push the AI out of the way. They're not learning etiquette because they're just beating up, make the SR
Yep.
count
Offline. Yep.
on and offline.
Exactly.
That would be a huge thing.
Oh, because that would change the whole game because the penalty system, broken or not, doesn't matter at that point. Because people will avoid people because I don't want to spend fucking 3 hours again just to get that 2 points back I'm going to lose for bumping into this guy.
Right.
Yeah, I
Because
think
I am. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think you still need to fix the penalty system only because there's so many people that have figured out how to manipulate it.
Well, that's the thing, though. It's like it doesn't matter if you manipulate it or not because to manipulate it, you have to have contact.
yeah, and contact
so if
equals
SR drop. Like if
contact
you touch
equals
a car,
SR drop.
If you touch a car, it doesn't matter how bad it is. You touch a car, even scrape the mirror on a car in ACC, you lose 4 points. So does the guy that you scraped.
makes sense.
He loses 4 points. Like it's instantly fucking repercussions. No penalties or not, doesn't matter. And then guess what? Now you've just bumped into, scraped 3 cars. You lost 12 points in that race. And if you were on ACC, for example, if your rank SR was only at 50, 53 just to get online, now you're fucking into the 40s and you are fucked for 3 hours.
Yeah,
That
because
makes a
you
lot
got to go
more
back on.
sense.
And if they would switch to a full damage model
Yep.
for cars too.
That's the other thing too. So just make people afraid, not from penalties, just for the ability to race. Make them
Yeah.
afraid to touch people. If I touch somebody, my car gets broken. If I touch somebody, I lose these points, and I have to do this again.
Yeah,
Like,
and
that's the way to go about it.
PD has difficulty with their physics system because there are times I have run into cars and destroyed their rear bumper, and everything's fine with my front bumper, and vice versa.
Yeah,
You
I've
know.
been smashed by guys, and then look at the replay, and it's just like my whole rear suspension, bumper, everything was pushed in. It fixed itself, obviously, but I look at the replay, and it's like there wasn't even a bumper issue on the guy behind me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a weird thing, and people are like, "Oh, you bitch about Gran Turismo. Why do you always?" Because it's the most We love it, and it's the most accessible game if you want to race online. But because you don't have to spend so much time building your SR/DR up like you do with the Corsa. And setups.
Setups take forever.
Funniest thing happened yesterday. Coaching Drew and that, and talking to him over the last couple months. Last night, he's going into a race, and I'm sitting there watching him, and he pulls his headphones off, and he's like, "What the fuck is wrong with these fucking people? Why the fuck do they have to do that? Why do they gotta drive like this? Like fucking just going right off about fucking idiot drivers." And I was like, "Welcome to Gran Turismo.
Welcome.
You finally understand." He's like, "Fuck." He goes, "This is every time I listen to you guys. This is you guys." I'm like, "Yeah, exactly. You're a driver now. You are realizing these people are fucking idiots." Like
he's deep in it now.
Yeah,
huge fucking idiots.
I said, "Welcome to the love-hate relationship of Gran Turismo. You're finally there." And he's like, "Oh my fucking god."
Now you got wife and kids.
Yeah.
So do you watch any other motorsport, or do you just play Gran Turismo? Because there are people that just do that. Or are you a motorsports guy?
I've always been a bit of a motorsports guy. I got into it really at the beginning of 2002. I got into NASCAR, and I was heavy into NASCAR for like 10 years. Basically the Jimmy Johnson era. Through all 7 of his championships, I was watching a lot of NASCAR. And then I got out of it for a while, and then it became more the like racing in Gran Turismo was fun, so I enjoyed it as a video game. I've always enjoyed racing as a video game. But GT7, I enjoyed GT5 so much that the reason I bought a PS5 was because I knew GT7 was coming out, and got myself a sim rig and all that sort of stuff, and I've gotten a lot more into IMSA lately. I've gone to the last two events at Road America over in Wisconsin.
Nice. Very
Wow,
nice.
you lucky dog.
Those have been so much. It had been a bucket list item of mine for decades here to go to a real professional race rather than a local short track or something like that. So I've been getting heavy into IMSA and JDC Miller Motorsports. They're based out of Shakopee, Minnesota. And I'm in Minnesota, so naturally they're who I'm rooting for.
Okay.
They're the
I
yellow
was just
submarine.
about to ask you whereabouts you are, so that answers that question.
So yeah, they run the yellow submarine in the GTP class, and then they also run. They had run in the Audi in TCR in the 2024 season, and they won the championship, and then they upped to the Grand Sport division, and they run a Porsche now, and they're kind of in a learning phase. But I'm still rooting for them.
It's good. You got to have that team you're rooting for.
Exactly.
You got to have that team.
Are you also are you a car guy in general? Are you into cars, whether it's like Porsche, Corvette, anything like that?
Yeah.
Street cars.
Ever since I was a kid, me and my dad would take me to the auto show, and we'd come back with a dozen new car posters to put up on the wall.
Oh,
so
what was your
car
dream poster on the wall? What was that? I want this car when you were a kid.
The Countach.
Yeah.
Which one?
Okay. Which one? No.
Which one did you have on your wall? Like I had the 6 foot. I had the 6 foot white. No, I had the 6-foot
Yeah,
red
right.
25th anniversary edition, so I had a wing on the front and a wing on the back.
Yeah, it was the
I had
white
white
one.
Oh,
yeah, I had
yeah.
I had a
Oh, the
white one
white.
on the wall. I believe it was the 25th anniversary. It wasn't the old one from the 70s.
Right, right.
I mean, the 80s was when I was going to car show or the auto show here in Minneapolis every year. So
My
was
brother
either
always had the
well,
testicle Rosa.
Testicle
the funny thing was
Rosa,
it was
the
it was
black
either the
one.
Lamborghini Countach or it was like a Chevy step-side pickup I really wanted.
Oh,
So polar opposites.
Two extremes, yeah.
Give me a 56 Ford pickup truck. That's a good truck right there. With the wraparound front and rear window.
My dad taught me to hate Ford.
Oh,
I was always
You're
a Chevy guy.
I was
I
always
was
a
a
Ford
Dodge
guy. Well,
Everyone's represented.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Dodge sucks now. It really got
Do you have like a dream car now, or
You mean
or a
Stellantis?
supercar that you're into?
Well, supercar, probably.
Or just anything like something you like your ideal
High
car.
performance automobile.
I think the Paganis are really
Oh,
cool.
okay.
Yeah.
Either that or a Koenigsegg.
Oh
Right,
yeah.
Yeah.
Koenigsegg.
Yeah.
What's your daily driver?
I have a Kia Telluride.
Ooh.
Okay.
So
That's not a bad. That's not a
Your
bad
wife
vehicle.
and kids. Wife and kids.
Yeah, I've got 3 boys. My girlfriend has 1 boy. We all live together, so there's 6 of us in the house. I needed something with a third
Yeah.
row.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
That'll
you
do
need
it.
a
Oh, yeah.
7-seater.
What was the first car you owned?
The first car I owned was an '83 Chevy Camaro Z28.
Ooh.
Damn,
for your first car?
That's how you started. That's how you started off. That's how you started off.
Damn.
Now, I drove a 76 GMC pickup that my parents had. That was what I got when I turned 16. Then I inherited my dad's Ford Thunderbird, which was funny. He hated Ford, but for some reason he fell in love with the Thunderbird when he was on a business trip once.
What year
It
Thunderbird?
was an 85, I think.
Turbo or the V8?
Yeah.
It did not have a turbo, but it had an all-digital dash, so I was
Yes, it
I was
did.
popular.
Shit.
It looked super good.
Yep, I had an
My mom had
85
an
Mustang, or
86
I had an
turbo.
85 Thunderbird Elan with the low horsepower V8, but it still had a V8 and it sounded good.
I think this one had a
Sounded good.
V6. And again, I inherited that from my dad, and then after that I got to college and I finally bought my first car, and I got the '83 Camaro. The funny story about the Camaro, it said IROC Z on the side. I was like, oh, is this an IROC? They're like, the owners I was buying from, the sticker was a lot cheaper than the actual IROC.
Yeah.
So did it have
until 85?
Did it have the 305 in it?
Yes.
Or did
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
It had the
probably
Z28
cool.
badging.
70 horse.
What year was it?
It was an '83.
Oh,
So it had the
what-
crossfire
what-
injection. I think that was the first
Yeah.
year they
Oh,
did the
boy.
CFI.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's gonna be like right in the borderline of all the like carb to fuel injections and everything. So
I
how
got
often
that.
did you overheat?
Probably
once,
regularly.
and that's when the engine blew up.
you're lucky. You're lucky.
So I blew up the engine and did my first and only engine swap with a couple buddies of mine, and it went horribly. It never ran the same. I got a 305 out of a rear-ended Monte Carlo, so the engine was fine, other than the fact that it had been sitting for a while. But swapped it out and never quite got like all the vacuum hoses figured out right. It just never ran the same. I always had to 2-foot it to keep it idle, and
Well,
Mine
you
wasn't
could
the same car
never
after that.
never get the vacuum hoses right on any of the cars of that era.
My best buddy growing up had an '84 Camaro 305, and we exploded the rear end on the main drag one night. Literally exploded it, pieces flying everywhere. Towed it back to his place, and then we swapped out. We swapped the rear end, the transmission, and engine out in a weekend, and dropped a 350 LT1 engine in it from the wreckers we got. and a 400 turbo tranny in it, and it was a fucking goddamn missile.
Ultimately, I
That's-
mothballed the car because the transmission had gone out. It was an automatic. Unfortunately, it wasn't a manual. But all of a sudden, third gear disappeared. I would go through second, try to shift into third, and nothing would happen. And I drove it 70 miles from where I went to college to my parents' house and parked it in the backyard. And ultimately bought myself a Chevy Beretta instead. Owned that. I loved that car. That was a 5-speed
That's
manual.
not a bad. That's not a bad one.
Beretta.
There's a little bit of a
GT?
sleeper.
Is it a Beretta GT?
It was a GT. It was a GT.
Oh,
It had a
nice.
sunroof. It had the digital dash again, and it was a 5-speed
Man.
manual. Loved that car.
Should have gone with the Citation. The good old Chevy Citation.
Beretta was cooler.
I had a buddy.
Oh, yeah.
I had a buddy who had a Chrysler 300. It was like late 80s, early 90s, and it would talk to you. Door is
What?
ajar.
Nuh-uh.
Door is ajar.
yeah, yeah.
It was a complete piece of shit.
My-
Oh, it was a complete piece of shit, but it would do that. Door is ajar. Trunk is ajar.
My uncle's New Yorker did that. Fucking every time but it was a shit car too. You start getting it.
it was
It was
awful.
so fucking shit car, the New Yorker, and it did the same
shit.
thing, man.
Oh.
Fucking the door is ajar. My uncle's like,
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking jar.
I'm not. Awful car. You know, that's a sad thing because there were some cool cars in the 80s, but man, early 80s, what a bunch of shitbox
yeah.
cars. Like they were awful. They were
And just
so bad.
ugly.
I mean, I will tell you this right now. I loved my 86 Mustang. I loved it, but it was a piece of shit. Like the if you looked at the dash and everything else, it was made out of like Chinese plastic. It rattled.
Yeah, yeah.
It just was
yeah.
not like they were not
They're
good
all
cars.
the 80s Mustangs were like that. It was just like
Not
shitty
good
plastic.
cars. Yeah.
They vibrated and rattled like crazy on the
Oh,
interior
my
because it was
gosh.
shitty hard plastics. Nothing fit
Oh, it
properly.
was so bad. My
You pulled
brother.
the door. You pulled the closed the fucking door in a Mustang in the 80s, and the goddamn thing fell apart.
Oh well, yeah. My brother's.
Well, Fox body was designed in the 70s, so I mean that car.
Oh, yeah. But it wasn't the 70s interior. It was the 80s interior, and it was just garbage. The Fox
It was a
body was
fucking
not bad. but-
Alibaba. It was an Alibaba interior.
Oh boy. Well, my brother had an 84, 85 Camaro, or maybe he was older than that. Maybe it was like an 82 Camaro with the 4-cylinder in it.
Oh, wow.
It looked cool. It looked cool. That was the only thing cool about it because it was the same way. The interior was garbage. You know, it had the velour seats that just were like all crushed and like no padding left in them. And then it had the Ford, like the 2.3 4-cylinder, and it was just gutless wonder. Probably was making 80 horsepower. It was awful.
That whole thing of putting 4 cylinders in sports cars back in the 80s seemed so pointless.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, unless it was the Mustang SVO, because those
SVO.
little fuckers would shit and get. I was able to drive one. It was so fast because it was so light.
Yeah.
It was a
it is
great
200
little car.
horsepower. It was.
Well, the
I
problem,
drove one.
like,
My ex-girlfriend's mom's boyfriend had one in California and stuff. So he's like, "You know about this car?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a Mustang guy." So it's like, "Here, take it. You can drive as much as you want and shit." So they were fun little cars.
It was a fun car, but
they were
again,
trying
it
to,
was a piece of
mimic that small engine, lightweight Asian market,
Asian
Yeah.
or your European market, yeah.
where they mastered the small engine into max power and stuff like that. So,
But I mean,
and they
yeah.
said it fucking sucks, and they went back to the bigger engines.
Yeah. Well, and as we've moved along, we went from big engine, low horsepower to now, fairly reliable in the early 2000s, but we're going back to unreliable vehicles. Like, new vehicles are not as reliable as they used to be. They're just not.
No,
I
it's a
mean,
disposable market.
electronics.
We live in a disposable society. That's
yeah.
why.
Well, I mean, look at new Toyota used to be benchmark for reliability.
Yep.
And now you buy a new Tundra, or you buy a new, well, let's say the GR Corolla, and the motherfuckers burn up. They burn down. And then Toyota says, well, that's not our fault. You had the wrong tires on the car. Those aren't factory tires, so that's what made the engine catch fire as you're driving down the road doing 65 or 70 miles an hour. Like, that's where we've gotten. It's just shit.
I work with cars. I work at a detail shop and stuff like that, and probably 90% of my customer base is disposable cars. 2-year leases, flipping back in. They don't give two shits. And then you get that. There's just a very small group of people left in society that keep a car.
Yeah, I'm a car keeper. I mean, I'm glad I still have my XB. It's a 2005 XB. Knock on wood. It does great. It does great. It's a great Toyota car. So you're not, I'm guessing you're not really into Formula One, since you mentioned IMSA.
Correct.
That's too bad. It was an interesting race last night.
It was.
Well, this was a good interview until then. Yeah. See you guys later.
It was an interesting race last night, and come to find out, McLaren ran their cars a little bit too low.
No.
Uh-oh.
Dude.
Yeah. Disqualification. Double disqualification. Max is now... What is it? Max is now tied with Oscar.
It's like 24 points. Yeah, tied with Oscar, and they're 24 points away from Lando.
24
with two races left.
With two races
left. What a way
left.
to shake it up and make the last two races exciting.
Yeah, well, that's that's
Michael.
Shit's rigged like everything.
It's called racing.
Else.
So
I'll say this: it sucks. It's bullshit in a way, but at the same time, it's a violation of the rules.
It is. Yeah.
And if you do, it should. And
I
it
hope
should
it's
be
true.
make sure that it's not. It's a precedent that even the winners get fucking. If you cheated, you cheated.
Yeah.
Small as it might have been.
Well,
and I don't think there was. I don't think it was
sparks.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it was intentional cheating. They just were trying to get their car lower, and they just scraped off their skid blocks. Because they didn't have the grip that the other cars had, so they're trying to fix it, and they paid the penalty. And I was surprised that Lando didn't get a fuel penalty, because that's why he was lifting and coasting, was because of fuel. I thought that's exactly what it was going to be. Now, it's too bad that you didn't participate in last night's race with the Gran Turismo World Series. What is your DR ranking right now?
I'm like 2/3 A.
2/3 A. So you're right around. You're right around Mike and Sean. I'm so close to A+. Like, you can't see. Like, if you look on the regular screen, you can't see.
Ooh, you're that
difference.
close.
Like,
it didn't
I'm
get
that
you
close.
pushed in last night.
Nope, it did not.
Get pushed in?
It did not.
Oh.
Man.
Bump.
You were talking about earlier how you get such an incremental increase that it's like I've been stuck at this level for so long, and I've only competed in like GTWS a few times, even in the last year, so it hasn't moved. I've done far more league racing than GTWS, but I think where I'm at now is the highest I've ever been at either 2/3 or 3/4, wherever it is.
Well, I would say that I would say yesterday's race was an entire race of squeaky bum time.
Oh,
yeah,
dude, big time.
It was so
big
good, though.
time.
It was
so much fun.
I'm glad that I only had to do one race because my eyes were blown out.
Right.
Like, my eyes were wide open the entire time, because it was Red Bull Ring in the rain.
Pouring rain, too.
Pouring rain to begin with. And the strategy was inters. That was the fastest strategy. Inters in the pouring rain. And for the first 15 laps, you're just holding on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're just wanting to make sure you don't crash, because it was.
And then all of a sudden, it was just like fucking traction everywhere.
Yep. Then you had traction and you were fast.
And all the wet tire runners were all over the fucking place.
Yeah, it's really sad that you weren't able to do that race because number one, you would have been close to having a heart attack the entire time, and at the same time, it was because it's so intense. It's really satisfying when you do well.
Oh yeah. Races.
It's
like
really
The funny thing is, I don't particularly enjoy driving in the rain. Yeah, I know a lot of people enjoy the wet weather stuff in GT7. I don't like it, but I'm particularly good at it.
Yeah, exactly. That's like us. That's like us.
Yes, that's
don't like it, but I'm good at it, and I'll finish well.
Yeah.
With the rain.
No, we don't want to drive in the rain, but we actually aren't terrible at driving in the rain.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I tried that same strategy at the Spa race where I was running inters the whole time, but unfortunately the lobby I was in, you needed wets. So I didn't finish well in that one. I had seen that a number of people had said that the weather was fairly consistent at Red Bull and that inters was the way to go. And if I had time, that would have been a good one to run.
Yeah.
Probably could have gotten a good finish out of it, but
you probably would have. Yeah. And it's funny because, there were several people, including Sean, that qualified like garbage.
Oh, garbage.
Sean started 13th in his lobby.
Yep.
And where'd you end up?
I think I finished up there in second.
it's a lot of cars to pass.
Oh yeah. It was a good time.
It's a lot of cars
going off.
They chose the wrong strategy.
Yep. A lot of cars pitted. And I was able to get to the front. Just being patient and trying to stay out of trouble. And it worked.
Todd had
that's
some
a nice thing with the wet. You
you
just get free passes from people who just don't understand what they're doing.
Yep.
And then Todd had difficulty in his first race, but how did your second race go?
Well, to go back in my first qualifying, a guy went off, came back on Ghost, it hit him, so I qualified 15th because I was only able to get one lap. Figuring some people are going to start on wets, figured there'd maybe be a handful, but everybody in my race was on the intermediates. Was up to 7th, SR7 driver, higher. On the last lap, hit me, and then Wade pushed me out, so I lost 3 positions. Ended up finishing 9th, and then in my second race, I qualified 10th, and then finished 4th for, I don't know, 240 something points.
Then Mike, how did your qualifying go?
Me?
Yeah.
I did very well. Qualified 3rd place for my lobby.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Yeah. It could have even been better. I did make a couple small minor mistakes during the process, but didn't do too bad. Started on the intermediates because I was told it was the best, and I agreed because I was going to do that to begin with, and held on for about 10 laps. I started feeling the difference, and just started pulling time on everybody, and I'd lost a few spots from people like being cautious at the beginning. And then, I finished 4th in the end. Was pretty happy with the overall result. Was one of the fastest guys at the transition point, even faster than the soft runners because they were just too slow on the tight line. And came back at the end there and grabbed a couple positions to, like I said, finish 4th. Good points, and on to the next. So it was good one done.
Stoosman had a race and a half. Like, if you get the opportunity, go to Stoosman Brown at YouTube and watch his race because he was in a battle most of the race. Like, most of the race. People, because it was the last race of the night, there was a lot of pushing and shoving. Where did he start? 8th, Todd?
Yeah, 8th. Fell back to 13th.
Fell back to 13th.
Yeah, he finished 4th.
He backed to 4th with a drag race to the line.
Really?
And he showed the replay, and the Volkswagen was ahead. The Volkswagen crossed the line first. across the second line of the start finish line first, but they gave it to Stutzman for some reason.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, here's the thing: is that probably because he was actually ahead. It was lag on Stutzman's side because the replays will be different. If you looked at the Volkswagen, he probably lost. It was this desync on the thing, so the guy was probably technically behind.
Yeah, man, that
Damn.
sucks though. Looking at a replay and saying that though.
No shit.
Oh boy, that would just be
Be
horrible.
like, what the fuck?
But yeah, I started 6th in my race, dropped as far back as 11th or 12th, and then made my way back up to 3rd. It was, man, thank goodness people pitted. I'm just going to say that people pitted. They were on wets, and their wet started going away on them. That was a crazy race. In the end, I don't want to do that race again, but
no.
that was a fun race.
Interlagos.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot
wow.
about Interlagos.
Yeah.
That was another.
I thought that was good.
Decent.
It was a shit race. It was a shit race. It was stupid. It was short.
It was short.
a
It
dumb
was
race.
too short, especially with having
No,
This is
28,
yeah, this is
30
one of
laps.
Yeah.
It should have been double. Should have been 24 laps.
At
but,
least. Not even 30.
It wasn't a bad
Two
race
tires.
overall.
It was better than the
I had
average
two
Interlagos.
decent
I'll say that. I'll say that. It was better than the average Interlagos race because usually those are the throwaways. In every series, they throw them in because
Yeah,
they're just
exactly.
garbage fucking races. But yeah, it turned out that it was
Race
actually
hard.
turned into a pretty. I guess with our car and the way we are, it turned out real well.
Yeah, you guys finished
Yeah,
on
we're-
podiums, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got second. I got second in my race. Just I started off. I think I qualified 4th. And then had my usual first lap get passed by a couple of people because people really think that you win the race on the first lap.
Right.
But one thing I noticed, I fought through, was able to get up, people making mistakes and just at the same time just setting people up. The difficult thing was it was like they shut Slipstream off completely. Because
it
you'd
was
get behind
tough.
a car, and unless you were right on top of them, you had zero slip.
Yeah.
Like it was
made
a
it tough.
very, very difficult one. They did. I think it actually made it a more enjoyable race
Yeah.
too.
Because you didn't have that massive overspeed on the straight. to the
Right.
corner
Yeah,
and shit.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, we had more of a chance
Exactly.
in that Ferrari.
You had to be technically correct on getting all your corners, so you're getting speed. Especially out of the last one on the long straight, getting that speed and being able to pass people.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I thought it was a great race. How'd you do, Sean?
I did pretty good. Had the last slot of the night. I think I qualified 10th, but finished 5th. Pulled in a 5th.
Nice.
So yeah, it went pretty
Nice.
good. I was pretty scared, but yeah, it went decent. So it wasn't bad.
Now, I was able to just do one and done. Thank
Yeah.
goodness. What happened to you, Todd?
First race I qualified 6th. Tough lobby, finished 5th. I think it was a 300-something point lobby. And then my second race qualified 3rd, finished 1st.
Oh shit, yeah.
Man.
That was a drive that was on my second account, so that was for like 275.
Okay. Oh,
That was
something.
on. Oh, there you are, right there. Yeah, 275. That's a good race.
Ooh.
That's a very good race.
That is.
Right now, as it sits, there are three of us. Hold
In the
on, let
top
me make
10?
sure that's right. 1, 2, 3 of us in the top 10
Wow.
for Ferrari.
And
So
4 of us in the top 15. Because I'm 14th.
Oh
or 13th.
yeah.
yeah, we're looking at Todd at 863 points, Sean at 735 points,
Oh, yeah.
and me at 709. And then let me go down here, and then Mike is 14th at 594 because
Nice.
he's going after Luds, and he's gaining on him slowly. And then right now Stutzman, Stutzman's in the top 20.
Mm-hmm. And that's missing.
And that's missing a race
Like
because
2
he missed
races, I think,
round.
right?
No,
Or
he
no,
missed
just one?
round 2.
Okay.
He missed round 2.
I'm second in Canada and closing the door. That's all I care about.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you look at what really sucks though is Wade, who pushed Todd off last night. I mean, he's in, where did I just saw it. He's 26th and he's only done 2 races.
Oh, wow.
So why are you battling that hard when you've only done 2
Right.
races? You're not going to be scoring.
Well, they'd be
huge
like,
points.
"Oh, it's expedition. It's not a big deal."
That's why people's excuses.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
a big deal.
well,
It's not
every
real.
every race is an important race to
Oh
us.
yeah, same. Yeah. This is practice for the real season coming up.
This is
You
practice
wanna
for the real
do
season.
well.
So, yeah, exactly. But I mean, I think we're all doing
Yeah.
we're all doing
Dude,
really,
we're
really
doing
well.
really good in that Ferrari.
So,
I can't wait for Spec 3.
oh my
Well,
gosh.
what manufacturer did you pick, Salmon?
Yeah.
I know you were only doing a couple races, but what manu are you racing with?
I went with Nissan. I don't think I've done Nissan before.
Okay.
I've tried for each of the events to do a different manu, and I figured Nissan was going to be fairly well rounded. But running the Group 4 at Interlagos was not very fun.
Yeah, I bet.
Got it.
That's what Jermaine's
What,
in.
um,
Teammate Jermaine's in the
What
GTR.
he is? What rig and wheel setup do you have?
I have got a Logitech 923 for my wheel, and I just have a Next Level Racing cockpit, just the GT Lite.
Oh, okay.
So both of those
Okay.
I want to upgrade soon.
Yeah. Ooh,
But
Black
when
Friday.
I got
Go
into
to
it,
another Logitech. Go to the Logitech
BD?
Pro or
probably the mid one. What is that? Is it the 50 or the 5? It's got a 5 in it somewhere.
Oh yeah, they released that new
that new
direct
one.
drive.
So I'm thinking of
Yeah.
going that route.
There you go.
I
Okay.
definitely want the pedals. My 923, the wheel's been great. The pedals keep acting up.
Yeah.
For a while, I had
those go
to
after a while.
disassemble them and clean them
Yep.
about
Yep.
once
I
every
was
2
a
months. Now
Logitech.
it's about once a week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a Logitech guy too, and it just got annoying after a while with the pedals. The wheel never a problem, never a problem. It was the pedals always.
Yep.
I went through 3 sets of pedals on one wheel.
Yeah, I'm dying to get the load cell.
Dude,
So,
yeah, when you get that,
I
you're
kind of
gonna
want to
love
get
it.
the Pro. I kind of want to get
Wait,
the Pro pedals, but the cheaper wheel.
Okay.
I'm going to
see.
tell you this: when you upgrade from within the Logitech or from Logitech to something else, you're going to be like, wow. Like when you get load cell in there instead of the
Oh.
regular with just like
You're gonna-
just
you're
a
gonna love it.
potentiometers.
Potentiometers.
Yeah.
Oh
you're gonna
my
love
god,
it.
it's literally game changing fucking thing. It's so fucking like insanely good.
Yeah.
My driving skill went 3 times when I changed.
Yeah, I made a mistake. I made a mistake by sending my old system, my CSL Elite, to Mike because he's gotten faster.
Yep.
And then I bought the CSL pedals and the load cell on that, and it's just like, yeah. Phew.
So good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the way you want to go. Really,
Mhm.
really, truly. When you upgrade, when it comes to upgrading, if you're going to go direct drive, you're going to have to get a more stout. You'll have to get a more stout
Cockpit.
Rig.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
going
I've
to
heard
be
that.
yeah, because it's going to twist that little thing around. I mean, I had issues because I had the play seat challenge or whatever it was, and it even with the CSL Elite
Oh yeah.
twisted around
Yep.
way too
That
much.
thing sucked.
So I went. I almost immediately, as soon as I figured out I wasn't going to be able to do anything, went and got the GT Omega Art cockpit,
Yeah.
and that was the way to go. It was solid.
I have a GTR similar GTA model. And it was like $400 Canadian, and it's great. It's sturdy as fuck for the CSL Elite. So if you're on like low end power of sorts, there's not saying not a lot, but there's not too many. There's a few there that are cheap that you can use that are really sturdy. And once you get up into once you start pushing higher power, you really do need something that's not going to twist.
Yeah, yeah. And I went from my Art and my boyfriend got me the Prime cockpit last year, and the change is huge. There is zero movement in this cockpit. Zero movement.
No flex.
No, there's none flexes in this.
Well, I got, like, for example, Drew and I both have the same cockpit. And I have the CSL Elite, and he's got the Podium. Mine's perfect, no problems at all. His, it's fucking all over
Too
the
much.
place, really. Like, compared, like,
Too
you know,
much,
yeah, you can hear it. It's just, it's moving, it's creaking here and there. Like, it's not meant for the high power. Yeah, so do a little bit of research for sure before you.
I haven't looked into the cockpits as much, only because I want to get the pedals first.
Yeah.
Right. And now that they had that mid-range Logitech come out that isn't such a high power, I could probably get away with a little bit.
Oh yeah,
cheaper
yeah.
setup,
I think with that one,
I'm so freaking frugal. That's the problem. I don't like spending the money.
Me too.
Same.
Honestly, me too. But what I've realized is you got to kind of do the research, but you also the rig, like your wheelbase and pedals are important, but your rig itself, your cockpit, is just as important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even if it's sturdy, if it's not the right fucking seating layout and positioning, if you can't get that, your arms and your hands, your everything set up properly, if it's not adjustable right, it's not going to work. You know, maybe something on the lighter side that has a bit of movement is better, as long as it's not too much twist. If it sits better, so that's the other thing too. Is if you're especially comfortable, you know, comfort is massively important, because once you set up into a higher power and your load cell and this and that, if you're not comfortable, your fucking legs, your back, everything will get sore real quick, and it won't be worthwhile driving. You'll be like, fuck this shit, this sucks.
Yeah, I've no
You'll regret your purchase.
I'll need to upgrade this GT Lite for sure, but I have to figure out exactly how high I'm going to go. I mean, I'm a tall guy, so I barely fit in it. You know, I'm 6'3", so it's one of those where I needed something that would fit. I mean, my legs touch the bottom of the bottom of the wheelbase, so I gotta get something that's got like an adjustable seat.
I'm 6'3" as well. Is really good for bigger people. Again, it's you know. So
which one?
Again, I'm 6'3".
The GTO Omega Art, and both Todd and I are, well, I'm not as tall as him, but you know, I am definitely twice his size. No, I'm like 5'11", 250. He's 6'3", 230. So we got the fat guy seats, because it offers an XL seat that you can get with it, and super comfortable.
I'm not fat.
He's big bone.
Is that it?
Yeah. You ever seen a big bone skeleton? You ever seen a big bone skeleton? Yeah, dinosaurs and mammoths. Yeah.
Fat
orangutans.
But
I don't know. I end up being a fairly loyal guy, so it's like I keep looking at the next level racing ecosystem. But they go from that GT Lite to expensive really fast. They don't have a lot in the middle. I need to start looking at GT Omega and some of the others to see if there's something a little more middle of the road.
Especially Black Friday, man. You'll find some good fucking deals.
Yeah,
and I think
I have my eye out Black Friday.
Digit may have a promotion code where you get an additional 10% off or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of streamers that have those, right? You just got to look for them.
Yep.
You just got to look in their profile down below. It usually has it there. Click a link, and they get a little something, and you get a discount. So
I'm pretty sure Digit has one. Because when we did one of his,
Rory's got one for GT Omega. I don't know if it counts for North America, but I know Rory's got one.
Yeah, at the very least, look into it. Yeah. But that's, you know,
or you can check out Extreme Racing.
Or you can check out Extreme Racing.
Yeah.
Which is
good.
Extreme is awesome.
They are.
It's
and their prices have come
stuff.
down because it's made in the USA now.
So
good. The welds on this thing are amazing. There's no flex. They've come down. They're pretty spendy though. I mean, I paid like $850 for the 3.0. They went up to 1,000, but they have now come back down. And now the 4.0, the brand new one, is I think sitting around 7 to 8, somewhere in there, depending on what seat you get. So they've come down in price, thank God, but they're really good. But yeah, I would just keep looking around. You'll find something at a good price.
Extreme
The only thing with
stuff
GT
is really good.
Omega
It's just
is their instructions suck, and they just throw fucking
they're all their instructions
balls
I got-
and screws, and it's like
videos.
figure it out. You may have enough, you may not have enough.
Hopefully,
I
we
got
have a
your-
hardware store nearby.
You know what?
Yeah.
With the Prime cockpit, did not have those issues. I mean, other than trying to figure out how to put it together, because it's like putting together a piece of IKEA. Like you have the most basic instructions. It's like put the screw in to here, and you're like, where the fuck is here?
Yeah, I need the
here?
video. I need to see it.
So the Prime cockpit, which is the expensive one, has all the hardware. Was not easy to put together, but easy enough to put together, and it's expensive, but it's well worth the expense too.
Yeah.
And it's even better when you get it as a Christmas gift.
Oh yeah.
So,
well, especially with
worry
these
about it.
items, man, they're gonna last
way
you
to
a
go.
long time. If you spend a decent amount of money, it's gonna last you a long time. You get a lot of use out of it. That's why I tell myself, I'm like, went from the play seat evolution to the extreme and upgraded the seat and did all this, and I'm about to the point where I'm done, except for I want new pedals, and I do want to bump up to that DD Plus wheelbase, but I think other than that, I'm done. Ooh, I was going to ask your.
You know what? I'm good with the DD Pro. I'm fine with that. I just want to upgrade steering wheels. I want to get, and I honestly, I would the Porsche wheel that you guys are looking at, the VGT wheel is cool, but I mean, I really want the podium suede. I want the podium suede wheel. That's the one I want, but for $800, it's going to be a while before I get it.
Yeah. Hopefully that'll be on Black Friday. You should see what it's down to.
It's a little too expensive, but
I think
that would be the one.
Real quick, what is your thoughts on the power pack, and will you get it? And like, what do you think the price is going to be on it?
That's the real question, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited for Spec 3.
Me too.
Obviously. Particularly in relation to like the Joker series, it looks like Yas Marinas is going to have a number of Joker lap opportunities.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to get onto that track to look it over. I've Google mapped it, and it looks like, wow, there's like 5, 6, 7, 8 different layouts here.
Wow.
There's got to be some ways to do this.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things Super GT said when he did a little review on it. I think it was him. He's like, he goes, so you only see the one layout. He goes in the game, but he goes, there is like 5 or 6 different layouts within this track.
Oh, good.
So,
So I'm looking forward to that.
Variations coming.
You know, and the new cars. I'm excited to use the data logger. That looks super cool.
Oh my god,
I'm most excited.
That's going to be awesome.
I can't wait.
That's
for that.
going to be awesome.
And I don't know, I'm probably getting all set up to be disappointed about the improvements to online racing. You keep hoping they're going to, fix the penalty system, but
vague improvements. Yeah.
Right. But the power pack, I mean, like I mentioned before, I do a lot of the single player stuff too, and that stuff I find exciting, particularly like the 24-hour race. So I want to get it, but it does depend on price.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not going to pay $50.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, not going to happen.
No,
not going to happen.
If it's
25,
that's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping it's going to be
20 to 25.
Yeah.
I am totally down with getting it, but anything more than that, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, because that's
that's the thing. I think they'll look at that, and there will be a lot of people that look at a huge price tag and won't buy it.
Yeah.
Right.
For just some offline race.
Well, the unfortunate theory is you look at, you get like 5 million credits with it. And to buy just 5 million credits is like, isn't that like $40 or something like that?
No, I thought it was, hold on a second. I could go and I could tell you right now.
It's either, people think, this is the thing, it's like, from what I understand, people think it's going to be what the equivalent of credits because of the microtransactions in the game still, or it's going to be the 2 million credit price. Because here's a real big deal. See, it's 2 million. You get this much for this cost, but we're going to give you for that same cost all these races plus 5 million.
Right.
So it could be like $15, $99, $20.
Or it could be
hope
they go the non-greedy
$50.
route.
Yeah. Well, it's fucking through Sony, so it's up to Sony, not PD. And Sony's a greedy piece of shit. So.
Yeah.
Sony's
I mean,
the one
if it's
that made
cheap
the
enough,
cost
I'm
of
getting
games
it.
go higher.
But at the same
I mean-
time, I really can't see them saying $40-$50 for something that is offline, a couple handful of races. There's no cars, there's no this, there's no that. And even car games like fucking ACC, here's 15 cars and 3 tracks, and it's $10. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you can't
You would hope.
Because how many
charge
credits do you
that
get in that
much.
pack?
5
I thought it was
mil.
5 million.
So
Yeah.
$2 million's $20.
$2 million's $20.
Yeah, that's
You
what
get-
the DLC is going to be,
oh,
$20.
Yeah. It's. Oh my God.
I think.
I hope so.
Well,
because
somebody's
you can't.
saying
I
all
think
the
it
new
might be
cars
short.
we're getting, they total 5 million credits.
Yeah,
Because the new Ferrari is 1.2.
Right.
The Nissan Mines is going to be like a couple million.
Oh, so you're getting the cars for free. Got it.
yeah.
Basic is somebody's logic. It might have been
Right.
Disney or
Yeah, it makes sense.
somebody.
It makes sense, you
Yeah,
know. But it's going to be like a $20
That
purchase
E-Space.
because
yeah.
you'll kill the
That's
game.
what I'm
You will
thinking.
kill the
Yeah.
game.
I hope it's 20.
Look at
And again, a lot of this
look
stuff
at-
was supposed to be implemented in the first one once the
Right.
game was released. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it can't
Just
really...
look at the beginning when they introduced microtransactions. At the
Yeah.
rate and the
Oh,
price
yeah.
points that they
Everyone was
had, people
pissed.
lost
That
their
raised
fucking
holy hell.
shit.
They got rid
You
of that
think you
quick.
can come back now and do actual like a pack that gives you a couple online races, which a lot. I'm not saying they're going to be shit races or not, but it's offline fucking shit.
Yeah.
It's not new cars for online. It's nothing that's worth anything really. You cannot charge $50 for something that
No.
people
fuck
will lose
no.
their mind over. Fucking $20 for 2 million, $50 for nothing. Fuck you. They'll kill it.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
again, a lot of your PS4 players aren't going to be able to buy it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
they're
That's
out.
the other thing
So
too.
a third or 25% of your market's gone. However many people are still on the PS4.
You got to make that up somewhere.
But
$40.
again, it's got to be feasible.
It does.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we already know what happened with Gran Turismo when it was released. The day and the day after it was released, it was a 9 out of 10, and within a week, it was a 1 out of 10. Because of microtransactions, because they hadn't implemented all the upgrades all the things that were in sport. You got to remember, we
They
were
were
missing
promised,
things
yeah.
that were in sport.
Yeah.
Like lobbies, you couldn't do qualifying in lobbies.
For
You
the
know,
longest
You
lobbies
couldn't
time.
talk to people. You couldn't even message people.
Yeah.
in
You
daily
couldn't
races
message
and
people.
shit.
You sometimes your liveries didn't work. Like there were some serious issues when the game
Yep.
within a week of the game coming out. Yeah, it tanked.
And I blame PS4
And
for that. I blame PS4.
I blame I blame PS4 for that. I also blame Sony for the microtransaction thing because that was a Sony
Yeah,
thing.
that
wasn't
was a Sony thing. Yep.
that and they had to backtrack really quickly on that because people were like, and the fact that they were trying to figure out things like reducing the amount that you won in races so you weren't credit farming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then people were like, well, go fuck yourself. We'll tell everybody
Oh,
not
yeah.
to buy
Well,
your
dude,
game.
I don't buy the fucking credits, and I'm sitting on like 50 million credits. I've never bought a credit in
Yeah.
my
Well,
fucking life.
I've never bought
I mean,
a credit
ultimately,
in my
they
life.
turned it around, right? I mean,
Yeah.
circuit experiences, you gained a ton
did.
that way. And
Yeah.
then they did have a couple, I mean, they still have a couple of credit grind races where you spend a,
Yeah.
half hour?
Well, the
and get a
weekly
half mil,
challenges
so-
too really help get
Oh
those
yeah,
credits.
that takes
Yeah.
that away.
The
Yeah,
weekly
that takes
challenges
that away.
are
Time
good.
trials.
Because that's what I do.
2
Yeah,
million
time
that you get
trial,
gold.
weeklies, and then dailies and manu, and that's where I get my money.
Yeah. I'm up to
Yeah, so hope-
over 40 million right now because
I'm down because I bought a bunch of cars.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
went
finish
shopping.
it too.
Yeah.
I'm basically down
I've
to
been-
old history cars now.
I think I'm sitting at like 23 million, but I've been buying parts. I've been
Oh, yeah.
putting, one of the other things I'm doing on the side is I'm putting together a database of the cars that again acts a little differently than the other databases you see online so that you can try to match up cars better. But I've had to
Oh.
go and buy all the tires. So I think I've gotten through half the cars in the game where I own every
Wow.
tire, and that's like 100K per car.
Oh yeah,
So that's taken a while. But no, ultimately what I'm trying to do with that is capture the PP with the car being stock except for the tires. Because that's the one thing you can't really search on, right? If you want to be like, I want to compare these 10 cars, how do they all rate if they're all running Racing Soft? Well, in the game, you have to change all of them to Racing Soft. Then you can finally sort by PP and what does it look like? Well, I'm going to try to log all that so people can just do it on a whim.
yeah.
And do it whatever
Those
custom
kinds of
sorting you want. You can say,
Right.
well, let me look at, 500 to 550. instead of 500 to 600, or however you want to sort it. And the nice thing is, once it's in a database and a spreadsheet, you can sort it whatever way you want. So
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, that'll save a lot of time for everybody.
it's taken me a long time
I
to do.
bet.
I've been working on it for months.
Wow.
I'm only like halfway done.
Oh
So
shit.
I kind of do that in my spare time.
Right.
Well,
Damn.
let me ask you one more thing. How do we find your league? How do we join your league? When's the next league gonna start? All that good stuff.
Yep. So, all right. Well, so for the first thing, it's a series instead of a league. There's no points that carry over. It's always a one-time event or a standalone event each month. You can find the information. I've actually, it's on the Papa's House of Game website. If you go to that website, you go to papashouseofgame.com/joker-series, and that's where I've got the information. I've got the schedule posted in there of the races we've done in the past. I kind of do what McNaughty does with NRL, in that I announce the next race at the end of the broadcast, so I don't have it. I've got my own text document where I've got it planned out for like the next year, but
Oh, okay.
I only post to the website what's upcoming. But yeah, if you go there, you can find all the details. Really, it's been first come, first serve. So as long as you're friends with me on PSN, I always open up the lobby as a friends only lobby, and whoever gets in, gets in. We've been getting more popular. We haven't gotten to the point where we've started to fill up lobbies and people are waiting yet. But now that I'm hoping to offer some prizes, maybe that'll change.
People like prizes.
Yeah.
Well, so one quick shout out is, and this just happened in the last couple of days, is that the Joker Series now has an official sponsor in 4D Racewear.
Nice.
So 4dracewear.com, they're contributing the prize. So the
Very
winner
nice.
of the next 3 Joker Series races for the competitive race, we'll still have just exhibition for fun races, but when we run the competitive race, the winner will get a pair of their sim racing boots and a custom plaque that
cool.
they're making.
Ooh.
Wow. That's sweet.
That's
I like
actually
that.
Sick.
that's really, really fancy.
Yeah,
What are
very lucrative.
your socials, Salamander?
Yeah, so they're kind of all over the place. So on YouTube, it's Salamander MN. On Facebook, it's salamander.racing. On Instagram, it's Salamander MN Racing. And then on Discord, it's, Salamander MN. And I think on PSN, it's Salamander_MN. So different variations of the same theme, obviously. That's where you can find me.
Right on.
Cool.
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, we really appreciate
Yes.
you coming on. It was a good interview.
It was. It was a good time.
It's a good discussion. I don't like calling it an interview.
No.
Thanks for
No,
coming
not
on.
really.
Thanks for
Yeah,
shooting
having
the
a good
shit.
time.
Getting to know ya.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks for having a
Ooh,
great
oh.
conversation.
I just had one more hitting brain. We ask everybody this. What are your thoughts on VR? If you have any.
It's interesting. I had a VR headset that came with like my phone back in the day.
Oh, with
and
the
so
Samsung?
it didn't have the
Samsung one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had
Yep.
that too.
So it didn't come with the controllers.
Right?
And that was fun, but
It was.
all you got to do was like download like a roller coaster
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
It made
It
me
was.
queasy.
Yep.
I would love to get it for offline mode. I don't know that I would
Dude.
want to do it while I'm streaming. I think while streaming, I still want to have, be on
I
camera
think once,
and interact with the
once
chat
you,
and all that
you can
business.
still do it.
We have
And you can
cameras,
listen to the
we
chat.
can have
Yep.
text that-
But
you
I
can
think
have
once
text
you
to speech.
try it and you got into it more, you'd be like, oh yeah, I'm going to try this for a stream. And then you'll do it more and more on a stream. You would love it, especially Black Friday too. Everybody, Black Friday, $300. You can get it through Amazon on PlayStation Store through Amazon. So it's through PlayStation
With
still.
the game. in
With the game.
bundle.
You can get it with the game
Yeah.
bundle or without. $300. VR.
Dude,
It's a fucking steal.
we
Get
push VR because if you're a car guy and you're a racing person,
Dude.
it's the
feel
best
like you're
way
racing?
to race.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're
If,
racing.
I tell you this,
If you
once
need
I
a
start making
PlayStation
better,
5, they're on sale as well.
Yep.
I'll tell you this, once I start making better YouTube money, that is on the list. I would
Okay.
love to get a
There
VR
you go.
headset. But I'm kind of doing all this as self-funded. Like I
Right.
take my
Yep.
gaming money, what I make from YouTube, and sink that back in. So that's what's also
there you
it's
go.
taken me a while to upgrade some of my other things. And those other things need to get upgraded first. VR's on the list, but it's lower on the list.
Oh yeah. See, I need to be more like that. I just
Yeah.
keep buying shit. I don't get
Understandable.
any. I don't have no YouTube money. I just have work money, and I just keep fucking
Yeah.
buying shit. And
Dumping it.
Yeah.
For all the
stop that.
controller drivers out there, if you have a little stick drift, any issues like that from driving, controllers are on sale as well right
Ooh.
now for Black Friday. So
yeah, Black Friday.
instead of For me, at least they're like
And
usually
real
$100,
quick, how can-
and they're like $60 now. So
Real quick, how can people become a PHG member?
Oh, really?
on
You
the
just
team.
got
There's a
to
lot of them.
hit up, well, yeah, you got to get into the PHG Discord. So you'd have to get a link from one of the PHG members. And then Leo2443, he's their recruitment manager. You just need to get in touch with him. He's also on YouTube, so you can find him there. Again, Leo2443. And he'll end up, kind of doing a quick little interview just to make sure you're not a dick.
Right.
And then they'll
Yeah.
let you in.
Hell yeah.
They don't have any real racing requirements. It's just be a good person, and you can be
Right.
part of PHG.
Okay. Hey, we need to do that. We need to do interviews to make sure people
Cool.
aren't dicks.
too late. I'm
All
in.
right. All right, Todd.
We'd all have to fire
Hit it.
each other.
Right.
Yeah, Jimbo and Mike are gone.
Yep. Out of here.
But what do you mean, Jimbo and Mike? Fucking you and Sean are gone too. See ya.
Yeah,
I'm
see
the
ya.
nice
Jim
one.
and I-
And
Jim
on
and I are
that
gonna go-
bombshell,
Woo, baby.
We're
We're out of
gonna-
here. Have a good night. Thank you so
Thanks,
much for
Salamander.
tuning
We
in.
really
Yep.
appreciate it.
Thank
Yeah.
you so
Yeah,
much.
you guys too. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was a great
Good
time. And
Oh,
then
good
next
time.
week, next Monday, you're not going to want to miss it. Division B champion Corridor joins us from NRL. So you're not going to want to miss that episode. So next
Yeah.
Monday.
Super good guy.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Good times.
Definitely
See you
don't
next.
miss that.
See you next week.
Bye.
See ya.